everybody, welcome back to Kristen Lee's Vlogs. In this week's video, as you just saw, I unboxed my backpack. This is the backpack that I'm going to be using to backpack throughout Europe for the next 7 weeks. I actually leave in less than 48 hours. Why I keep deciding to make videos right before I leave on my trips, I don't know. It's a problem. It's fine. Anyways, I figured I would give you my first impressions before I use my backpack, and then later on in my next video, perhaps, or just a future video, I'll give you an update about what I like about the backpack, if I think it's good for backpacking, for traveling, and if I'm able to get it through TSA. My hope is that they'll let me take it on as a carry-on and I don't have to check it in, just because, again, I am avoiding taking checked bags at all costs. But yeah, this is the Osprey Kite 46 liters. I think you're allowed to take a backpack up to 45 liters. So this is 1 liter over. I'm hoping that if I just don't overpack it, it'll be okay. They'll let it slide. But then again, I'm a really small person, so this backpack might look bigger than it actually is. I don't know, we'll find out. But anywho, yes, let's go ahead and get started into talking about the backpack. Okay, so now I'm gonna talk about the features for my backpack. Just to preface, I am not at all a technical person, not a gearhead. I'm literally gonna talk about what I see and what I like about it just on firsthand. Again, later on, I will go into depth about all the good stuff. But yeah. Also, not sponsored. However, REI, if you ever watch this and you would like to sponsor me, I'm your girl. I'd be great to be sponsored. Anywho, so looking at it, it is a little bit darker. I think it advertised it as ice green. To me, in person, it's pretty dark. Not gonna lie. I thought it was gonna be a bit brighter. More like my other backpack, which I don't have with me, but anywho. So in the top of the backpack, there are 2 zippered compartments. You have one that can be reached from the outside. So there's this one, so if you need to grab something real quick, this is great for storing your rain jacket, a sweater, something like that. And then when you unclip it, one second. Oh yeah, when you unclip it, they have an interior mesh compartment. So this is where I would probably put my wallet or valuables that I need quick access, like my ID, my passport, all that stuff. And then you have this big compartment, which is where the bulk of my clothes will be. It's actually, I don't know if it's just because everything's put together. It kind of looks smaller than I thought it'd be. But I definitely know that these backpacks can expand to be quite big. Yeah. And then you have these mesh compartments, this exterior mesh compartment where you can put, again, another jacket or your shoes, something you need quick access to. They have this pocket, which is perfect for your water bottle, this little side pocket. And then I believe, yeah, you have this pocket, but it's not connected to the inside, so you can't reach into your main compartment. But on the other side, they have a side pocket where it does connect to the main compartment, so you can see everything. And then on the bottom, this is where you would store your sleeping bag if you were hiking. You can also put your shoes if you're traveling. I'm actually bringing bed sheets because apparently hostels expect you to bring your own bed sheets. Yeah, so there's that. And then this compartment, you can make it one giant compartment so that there's no divider if you want as well. And then, yeah, on the back, we have this supposedly breathable airscape. It actually does look kind of breathable because the mesh is pretty far forward. And I think they've made improvements compared to the past. This is a different iteration of the Kite 46. And then when you put it on, I haven't adjusted the straps, but it's pretty comfy, not gonna lie. Ooh, the hip struts are nice. They're really well padded. Oh, that's nice. And then you have 2 side pockets, 2 zippered side pockets. So this is also where you can put your ID stuff that you easily reach. But yeah, those are all the compartments that I can think of mentioning that I personally see right now. Okay, cool. So that's the end of the video. Again, in a later video, I will be talking about what I like about the backpack, what I don't like about it, if I made it through TSA safely, if it was able to be counted as a carry-on. And yeah, if you're backpacking through Europe, make sure you check out my video that talks about hacks for staying in a hostel and must bring items, because trust me, I have learned a lot of lessons about staying in hostels all over the world. And just to give you a little bonus tip, this is an AirTag, and a recent travel hack that's come out is using your AirTag and putting it on anything that you really don't want to lose. So if you have to send something through as like a checked item, you can keep this, and that way you can retrieve it a little bit faster on the other end. If you can prove to airport staff like, hey, my bag is right here, I know it, look at my Find My iPhone thing, you show it to them, you might be able to get your bag a little bit faster. So I'm bringing this with me, even though I'm hoping that I don't need to keep it, like, even though, you know, I'm hoping that I don't need to use it basically. But also to give my mom a little bit of sense of peace. She's gonna be using it to kind of figure out where I am. Because again, solo traveling as a female, person of color, of kidnappable size, questionable decisions by me. Anywho, that's all for this week's vlog. Be sure to check out my hostel hacks and see you in the next vid. Peace.